Hi, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Arzina.
Welcome back to Love More Travel. Today we're in Taksim Square in Istanbul. Tell everybody what we're going to do, Arzina.
We are gonna taste some delicious goodness in Istanbul today.
Yeah, so today we're in Taksim Square. Tomorrow we're going to be in an area called Bakırköy, and we're going to show you some of the delicious street food that we've found and some of the good restaurants. So stay tuned and don't be hungry when you watch this video.
It's not a good idea.
Okay, so we're here at our first stop, Burger King.
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay, so as we walk through the beginning of Taksim Square from the metro stop, the first restaurant that we're going to see is called Simit Sarai, and basically what that is a restaurant that has a lot of different types of breads and sandwiches.
Yeah, Simit, show that on top.
Yeah, so these Simit, which we've had pictures of earlier, it's a cross between a bagel and what I would say like a Philadelphia street hot pretzel. Then right next door to it, this has fast become one of our favorite type of restaurants. It's called Lokantasi. And if you see here, it's basically cafeteria style food.
They have all
So
kinds
chicken,
of
French
chicken.
eggplant, fish, other kinds of chicken. And then you basically just get your tray like you're back in school and order what you want. And we have found that the food is very delicious and it's also extremely affordable. So now we're here at one of the many dessert restaurants in Istanbul, and their specialty here is baklava. Look at all the different varieties: pistachio, walnut, so many different varieties. And then up here you have different types of Turkish delight. And then down on the bottom,
right here.
there's some cheesecake. This here is called trileche, which is basically tres leche.
I think this is some sort of obviously coffee, chocolate cake, and then all the way through some of the puddings right there. And then this is one of Dad's favorite. What is it called, David?
It's called sütlaç. It's
Which
a
is
fake rice pudding.
rice pudding.
Okay, so on a nice chilly day here in Istanbul, they have roasted chestnuts and corn.
And this
Look at this
bag
thing
is 20 lira. And
for 120 grams. 20 lira is a little over $2. All right, so here's Arzina cracking open the chestnut that was roasted over an open fire. Okay, let's see how it tastes.
really good. Has obviously a little bit of a nutty taste. That roast, you can smell it. It's amazing. Try one, David.
Okay. Okay, so now we are outside of Hakizade Mustafa. Since 1864, they've been making Turkish delight and baklava.
Come on in, look at this. How beautiful
This
that
is a display of baklava here, folks.
So pretty, so beautiful.
And we've had it multiple times. It's absolutely delicious. And as Arzina's waiting for her free sample, look at this array of desserts.
Not with cream, with chocolate. Yes.
Is this a sample of?
So he said this one is obviously pistachio with chocolate, white chocolate, and another little piece of pistachio on top.
That's
So I'm gonna
really,
try it.
really good.
Yeah? Very good.
Okay, so now we're at a place called Ala Tantuni. And Tantuni, I'll show you here in a second what it actually is made of, but they put the meat in this pan, add the seasoning, stir it around, and then look, this is the special part. They soak up all the juice. And they just add seasonings and spices. It's so delicious. They use this flatbread called lavas. Look at all that juice. Now they add a little bit of parsley and onion mix, a little bit of tomato, and then the meat that's been soaked in all that juice. Then they wrap it up.
And voila.
Voila. Voila. And then as they're finishing up this one, let me show you what this is. So this explains what Tantuni is and how it's made. Okay, so Arzina's gonna bite into that Tantuni and let us know how it tastes. Nice and tender, juicy. And then speaking of juice, these mineral waters are very popular. They have all different flavors. She got lemon today, but we've had pomegranate, we've had different mixes like strawberry watermelon, there's a kiwi pear, there's pineapple mango, and they're really refreshing. It's not a huge bottle, has a little bit of fizz and a lot of flavor. All right, so that's it for now. Okay, so now we're gonna try one of my favorite things, which is called midyese. It's mussels that have been cooked already, and they add in some rice. These are the plain ones, and these are the spicy ones, and they're so delicious, and I can't wait. So we've received our midyese, and the lovely Arzina is actually helping me out because I'm uncoordinated and I can't get these things open. So you open them up, and then you put a little lemon on them, and then you enjoy them. Unfortunately, Arzina doesn't really like them too much. No, I love them. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and I'm gonna show you how much I enjoy these. Okay, so Arzina's done opening all the mussels. I'm gonna put a little bit of lemon on it. The guy actually told me the other day, don't put too much, and he's actually right. So what you do is you take half you scoop and scoop it out like that. It's so good. It's the spicy ones. I guess the best way to explain it, it's almost like a little bit of a Cajun flavor to it. This is something you have to try. I've seen videos of this, but until you actually try it, you don't understand the taste and the flavors and how good it actually is. Bon appetit. Okay, so now we're going to try something that we've seen a lot of videos on, but we haven't had yet. It's called balik ekmek, which is basically a grilled fish sandwich. And here you see they're grilling the fish, and then they'll put it on you can do it again. So you can either get it on a wrap or the bread. So I'm opting for bread this time because we just had the Tantuni, which is on the wrap.
What he's doing is taking out all the bones, and also look at it. If you take a look, he's taking out the bones and he's making sure there's no bones. He's also taking out the skin. So when you eat it, it's appetizing. It's not like full of anything crunchy.
Mm-hmm. And then as you see, these, what I just had earlier, the midyese, very popular in the Taksim area. They have these little stalls set up pretty much everywhere. Oh, so there he's toasting the bread. Oh, so there you see you have your tomato, lettuce, some different spices.
That's sumac.
Oh, sumac?
Yes.
Yeah,
Sumac? Yeah.
Pomegranate powder.
Yeah. So tasty. So here he's Put in a few more onion, yes.
You maybe want to hear.
You want him to take out some of the tomatoes?
No, that's fine.
I give you many. I already.
That's good.
Smug.
More soup. That's
Very
so
good.
good. All right.
You want to take it away? You want to
No, a little bit.
That's good. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, fish wrap, fish and bread.
Feels like it's starting to rain again, maybe a little bit. This is actually the worst weather day we've had in Istanbul so far.
It's not too bad. I mean, I have
Yeah.
a little jacket on. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Still a beautiful day here in Istanbul.
I think any day in Istanbul is a beautiful day if you make it a beautiful day. Right into this big, and this is 20 lira, so that's about $2.50. Look at this, $2.50, folks.
Sounds nice and crunchy.
It's actually really, really tasty, and the bread is so crunchy, and it doesn't have a real fishy taste to it. With all the different spices. Oh, he also sprinkled some lemon on it, and that sumac. So good.
So that was a little over $2. Very good.
So now we're at a place called Para Döner, and Döner basically means rotate. So what you see here is chicken, and typically I think these are lamb. And look at the size of the knife and how they cut the charred end of the meat. And then they slice this, and you can either get like a platter, a sandwich, or what they call durum. D-U-R-M. Durum is a wrap. I prefer the lamb typically, but you have to make sure, like how he gets that nice charred. So every time it rotates, if you look, you can see the intense heat coming off the back end. Look at the juice coming off of that. Woo! If I hadn't already eaten so much, I'd definitely try one of these. We've had them, but not from this place. But this one is, the size of these is 10 times the size of the other donors that we see. All right, Arzina, what time is it?
Turkish coffee time. Of course, we gotta cleanse our palate first. And then have the best Turkish coffee in the world. Or the best coffee, I should say. Super good. So,
And
what is this called again?
Hakla Tatli.
So it's this crispy pastry. And
I think the best way to describe it is a cross between a churro
and in Indian sweet, there's a sweet called jalebi. It's kind of like an orangish, kind of circular thing. And so this is one of the cases. The sweet,
very sweet,
crispy, juicy.
almost a little syrupy, almost a little of a gulab jamun type mixture. So imagine a churro, Mexican churro, and then a cross between two Indian desserts of gulab jamun and jalebi. Kind of combine the three of those, and you have hakla tatli.
Yummy.
And of course, you have to polish that off with your Turkish coffee.